Welcome back, family. New comic book day here. Timo Hana. I'm your host, Rich, and we're gonna have some fun today. Yeah, I spent a little bit too much at the store today. Yeah, and only half it's going to be covered on this video. Another one's going to be a separate video, which will be early access, of course, to YouTube members and to Patreon members. But more importantly, though, let's get right into what everybody really, really cares about: the chance to win some books. Okay, so already here in the chat, we've got Stinker Buns. Who will win this week? Let's spin that wheel and find out. Absolutely. And Robert Monroe, good evening, Rich and fellow coconuts. Picked up 4 books: Johnny Quest #1, the Jay Lee variant; Profane 3, Duncan Vigretto variant. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The Ultimate Black Panther 6, Felipe Masafera variant. I saw that in the store. Killer book. And the Ultimates #3, In Hyuk Lee variant. You know what's funny is I a lot of times I come down on variants, but let's be honest, a lot of them are actually really, really cool. And I've got a few of them today. None of the ones that Robert Monroe has, but I've got at least one other one that, oh my God, this is one of my favorite books of the year, just based on the cover. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what books we are giving away this week. And settings, boom, getting a little faster at it. What do you think? So yes, we have 5 books up for grabs this week. Now, the way this works, as always, in case you're new and you're not quite sure, you have to make sure that you watch the replay of this live stream. Love having you here, but the random comment generator only pulls the comments from the replay. So like Stinger Buns and Robert Monroe already commented, they're going to have to come back during the replay and drop a comment. Even if you just say hi, boom, you're in. That's it. It's all random comment generator needs to just get you pulled in. If you're watching this not live, then that means you're watching the replay. Feel free to comment, but also you have to make sure that you click on like and make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Ryan, welcome to the show. How'd it go? What'd it be like? So, if you're in the United States, you're going to get to pick some comic books here. I believe, I think this one I wanted to go a little over on. Kenneth Bird joining us earlier than usual. Good to see you. How you doing, sir? So we've got Red Before Black #1. We have Blood Hunters #1, the standard cover that they make these days. We have Gotham City Sirens #1. The Power Fantasy #1, a book that has several different versions of it on the hot list this week, and the new Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, and all the Spider-Man. That's one of the variants, but all the entire picture is made up of other Spider-Man. So I thought that was a really cool cover. I added that. So if you are if you're just a subscriber to the channel, and I pull your name, and you're in the continental United States, you're going to get to pick 3 out of the 5 books. 3 out of the 5 books. 3 out of the 5 books, not 2, but 3. If you're a Patreon supporter by going to Patreon/Timo Hana, link is in the description. It's only $3 a month, just to help the channel out. You're going to get to pick 4 out of the 5. If you're a YouTube member, same thing, $3 a month, and you should be able to click that down below. 4 out of 5. If you're a Patreon member and a YouTube member, you're going to get all 5. If I pull your name, obviously. Now, if you're outside the continental United States, it doesn't pay for the shipping because it's gotten astronomical. It's like $40 now to ship most places outside the country. But I don't want to take the pleasure of you winning away from you. So I'm just going to send you $15, whether it's on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, friends and family, whatever you want. As soon as you win, whether it's the books or the cash is your choice, you're going to make sure that you go to where is it? Oh, here we go. You got to go to Team Ohana Family. It's all one word on Instagram, and just shoot me a message. Okay. Now, if you're in the United States and you don't want these books, just say, hey, I'll take the cash option instead, and I'll send you the $15. So this way, next time you go to the store, boom. Last week's winner opted for the $15. He said there was a certain book he wanted, but he didn't quite have enough, and this pushed him over the amount. So he was able to get the book he wanted. And hey, Timo Hana did that, and it felt really good. So now we have another standing thing here, our record for individual comments. Hello, 25 Perez. How you doing, sir? Our record is 22 individual comments. So, like, if one person commented 22 times, it doesn't count as 22. It counts as one. If we ever break the 22 comments, and every time we break our record for comments, the winner will receive all 5 books, no matter what their membership status is, or if they take the cash option, it'll be 20 instead of 15. Just a way of saying cool. So now the question, no, wrong button. I got to go present share screen. I usually have that one loaded up ahead of time, and I just click the tab. Sorry about that, but let's get this up and ready. We have 14 unique comments, just in case anybody commented in the last couple minutes. Let's redo this. 1 + 5 = 6. Get comments. Still at 14. Okay. So yeah, just in case somebody happened to watch it at 7:55 and said, shoot, I forgot to leave a comment. Then they got on. I want to make sure they're in. All right, so we're ready to roll this, and good luck to everybody. Let's make it a little more full screen, and here we go. See a lot of names there. I know. I see my own name. I hope I don't win. And the winner is I Like Donuts. Well, you know what? I like donuts too. Missed by that much. Well, not this week you did. Congratulations. Good video. All right, so you first got to do is just let me know. You got to reach out to me at Team Ohana Family on Instagram. If you're in the United States, you're going to choose whether you want 3 out of the 5 books or $15 cash. If you're outside the United States, you're going to just take the $15 cash, and you'll tell me what method of payment, PayPal, Venmo, a Cash App, whatever, and how, and we'll get the ball rolling, and I'll get you the money, as soon as you reach out to me. So congratulations. I think I've seen this name one time before when, because just me, I remember donuts very well. All right. So let's get myself back up here on the screen. Now, as I'm starting to change these out for the books that I got this week, which is, I got a couple of good ones here. But one of the most expensive things that I got this week, single item, was, and I'm going to be doing a video for this. So I picked myself up a full box of Shimmering Skies, the new release from Disney Lorcana. It's a full booster box set. So 24 packs. Keep your fingers crossed. See if I get an enchanted. I think it's like 1 every 4 boxes. So odds are obviously against me. I have gotten 2 so far, but I know people that have gotten a lot more than that. But if anybody plays Lorcana, there's a few really, really cool cards I've saw in the previews of this. And one of them is Donald Duck. It's like pie slinging duck. He's like Furious Duck or something like that. He gets a really cool activating power on him. And I want to make a deck just so I can put him in it. I don't care if it wins or not, just because I want to have an angry duck on my side. And of course, the Devils do have Vanellope von Schweetz there on the cover. Yay. All right, so we've got that ready. So I'm going to try to see if I can stay awake and record that video after this. We'll see. But I've got to get my books ready for today. And I'll get a couple of these up here. And we'll give this one up. And we'll switch that camera back to the one that matters, which is comic books. So yeah, we've got Sir from Boombox, #1. It looks very anime-ish on the cover. I wanted to pick one of those up. I did get the Tom Holland's Fright Night, the Evil Ed Rising. This is from American Mythology Productions, and they put out some pretty good storylines lately. So I got some high hopes on that one. We'll see what happens. One other independent I got here, which is it's a square-bound book. This is a $10 square-bound book from Dark Horse. It's called Guilt Frame. And yeah, this is, like I said, it's a thick one. But those were not the most expensive ones that I got this week. These two were. One of them is a limited to 500 copies. It is one of the, let's see, where is it? The Shalvey Foil Dynamite.com exclusive 1 to 500 copies of Thundercats #1 in foil. Oh, yeah. And Mrs. Ohana grabbed that one. So I got that foil for her and this foil because I knew it would make one member of our live chat specifically smile. This one is limited to 250 copies. It was also from Dynamite. Oh, yeah, you can see on the back, you've got the certificate and it's sealed by Dynamic Forces. But this is the, oh, wait a minute. They put the wrong, they put the wrong certificate of authenticity in this. I might have to contact them. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can contact Dynamite or something because it says this is a Thundercats #1, and this is definitely not a Thundercats #1. This is Space Ghost #1, maybe in the foil version, the one that was only available on dynamite.com. So, again, I'm going to have to reach out to them about that. So anyway, got two DC books, and both of them I got because of covers. One is the facsimile of the House of Secrets #92, first appearance of Swamp Thing, but I just had to get the House of Beetlejuice. Now, I know I knew you'd like it. When I saw that, I'm like, I got to get that because it'll just make Robert smile. That's it. The House of Beetlejuice facsimile. Now, I know I always say about the facsimiles that are not facsimiles. You know, they're like completely different drawings. And I'm like, so it's a non-facsimile. This one, it is a facsimile, but it's a different take of it. You could tell by looking at it what it is. It's not a completely different artwork. So it's almost like an homage facsimile. Still not a facsimile, but I liked it. This next book to me is cover of the year. Oh my God, I love this book. This is the Steve Beach variant cover of DC versus Vampires World War V #1. And we have What Nightmares May Come. That is just a killer cover. I love that. It's got real depth to it. We got Halloween coming up soon. That might be a decoration. I don't know. We got to see how that goes. Yeah, I agree, but I just don't think it should have the Thundercats #1 certificate of authenticity wrapped up with it. I know, right? Seriously, that cover. Oof. Okay, so that wraps up DC, and I have 4 Marvel books to pick up. I got the Spider Society Enter the Spider Versers, and it just reminded me of that. There was one other Spider-Man book a year and a half ago, or whatever, that had like 5,000 different Spider-Men on it, and 1 or 2 of them in the background happened to be a first appearance. I don't think any of these are, but it was just kind of cool and it just made me think of it. So it's a common book. Why not? We have Venom War Spider-Man #1. And I got one of the variant covers here. I can't remember what the artist was on this. I just really thought it was a cool looking cover. We're running out of space here. Thankfully, I only have 2 more books. I did get Spider-Man #55. Not that I'm reading the story, but I collect all the Disney variants. That one being the I'm trying to remember, did Phoenix actually die? Yeah, that's Phoenix's death issue. Was that X-Men 137? Something like that. I'm sorry, like I said, I don't remember if she died in this issue or the next, but no, it was this issue she did. And the last one was the Werewolf by Night #1, the Saturday morning variant red band. So yeah, we've got the Saturday morning comics, which gives you that look of a nice, age 7 and under friendly book. I like all the Disney variants, but none of them have any real price collectability. But I just like collecting them just for me. But what worries me though is this one, that I got a feeling that this looking like the Saturday morning comics, some kids are going to read this and get traumatized, especially being a red band. Now it is sealed in the poly bag, but somebody's going to open it up and read it and leave it on a countertop somewhere, and some 8-year-old's going to pick it up and have nightmares, and they'll be on talk shows and everything else. Kind of like Stray Dogs again. That's the kind of stuff that does worry me about that. So let's see how fast I can do this time. Getting better. All right. So that is all I picked up this week. And the reason I started the show like a minute late was because I was entering them on my what do you call it? My Cover Price inventory, because I subscribe there and I utilize their inventory service. I think you can inventory 500 books just with the free membership. I'm way beyond that, but you can inventory every book that you have on Cover Price, and also have access to all their data, their data collecting. Do you want to have an idea what it is? Make sure you tune in on Mondays. We do our Cover Price top 20 look, analysis to see what's hot in the market this week, every week, and whether it's a good investment or not. Hint, hint. Most of the time, it's not. That was completely inspired, I guess you'd say, by JP's Budget Collecting, another great channel you should check out. He does the CBSI and Comic Tom list, and I watched it every single week, and I realized that nobody was covering the Cover Price list, so I decided to do it as well. But so it's inspired by him, and I try to give him full credit, so I'm not trying to rip him off or anything. It's nice. He's a nice guy too. Does a lot of other things in the community. You know who really does stuff in the community? Do I got to tell you? It's Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics and the Comic Vet. We're right now we have this challenge going on. On Instagram and everything else. If you're not sure, check on my page. You should be able to see the link for it. Either way, go to Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics or Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram, C3. They have a challenge right now. Post which book you're donating, or books. Yeah, give more than one. It's your to donate for this year's Comics Curing Cancer event, which is the first weekend in October. 100% of the money goes to the American Cancer Society. If you ever dreamt of being a hero, do you ever think you could do it by buying comic books? This is your chance to do it. So make sure that you check out those channels, get involved. If you don't have any books you want to donate, that's fine. If you're an artist, you want to donate something that you drew, that's great. If you're a service, if you're a presser and you say, look, you can auction off 5 books pressed, or whatever, any way that you can try to contribute. It's tax deductible. Why not? And if you have nothing, then just try to work a little bit of overtime, start banking that money and save it up for the first weekend of October. Boom. And I'm trying to confirm with him, but I believe on the 31st, which is 2.5 weeks from now, I'll be on his show, Only Slabs. We talked about it a couple months ago. Yeah, I asked him if he had any openings because it'll be my 4th time on the show. I love doing the show. It's fun. He's got the best giveaway box, weekly giveaway box. Most of the people here already know they've won. I can't compete with his giveaway box. I'm not even going to try. It's just pointless. I'd have to take out a mortgage. So, and it's every single Saturday, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. It's a live stream. He has a different guest on every single week. They show slabs. They talk about, and man, there are some banger slabs on that show. Banger slabs on that show. Slabs, books I will never own. I wish I could own. Okay. But there's other people, that are like me. I think I'm sub-mid level. There are other people that are lower level, but their books they mean a lot to them, and they give the stories about it. It's a great show for like an hour and a half every Saturday. 50, 60, 70 people jump in and into the comments, and we just have a blast. So if you want to get your feet wet in Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics, Only Slab is a way to do it. Right there on Saturdays, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. And, enough talking on my part. I got to show you which books you can win this week. Now, again, you have to make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Make sure you click like. I'm sure the people that are here live have already clicked like. Right? Okay. And make sure that you, on the replay, drop a comment, because that is exactly how the random comment generator works. It pulls the comments from the replay, not from the live stream. So all these comments that we see here on the side from the live stream, they won't get pulled in. I wish they could. Maybe there's a different service that will pull in both. I don't know. If you know of a different random comment generator that will pull in both, please, I'd love it if you could just reach out to me, Team Ohana Family on Instagram, or shoot me a message or put in the chat, anything. And I'll look into it and see what I can do about incorporating that instead. I don't care if it's something I got to pay for. I don't care. But I got 4 books here that are going to be on this week's giveaway list. So let's take a look and see what they are. Boom, boom. There's no books there because I haven't put them there yet, silly. We do have issue number 1, the cover A of Spider Society, Enter the Spider-Versers. And I do have a second Marvel book because to me, I just thought I usually do 1 Marvel DC and 2 Independents, but I really wanted to get this one in there. So I got a second copy of the Werewolf by Night's Red Band Saturday Morning Comics. So that way you could have some nightmares with me. Coming in with our independent, I've got the Dark Horse big, thick, $10 square bound Guilt Frame number 1, part 1 of a 3-part series. And did I say the Werewolf by Night was going to give you nightmares? No. This is coming up on here too, and that's why I had to put it last, because I want that to be seen very, very clearly. The DC versus DC versus Vampires World War V number 1, the Beach variant, and store was sold out of them. That is just and I can't tell you, you got to see this book in person. It is so cool. It even blows away what it looks like here. You hold it in your hand, go, dang, I could hang that on, in a closet and hear screams, when somebody goes in there by mistake. All right. So let me wrap this up here real quick. I want to say thank you to every single person, though. If you want to try to join us at, like I said, on Patreon, it's Patreon/Team Ohana. The link is in the description. Or you can join us here on as a YouTube member for $3 a month. This is above and beyond subscribing, of course. Or if you want, you can actually join both. But you don't have to pay anything. If you just want to subscribe, like, and watch these videos and have a chance to win, that's perfectly fine. But you have to remember to leave a comment on the replay. That's where, because that's how you get in. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to say thank you, every single person, for joining. I want to thank every person for just having fun with comic books and watching the videos. Like, subscribe, click on those notifications so you know when more videos are dropping. I'm going to try to see if I can do this unboxing, try to get that out. And I do have one other box that I received in. I will be making a separate video for YouTube members and Patreon members only. It's a what's in the box mail call, because what is actually in the box I bought specifically for when I go on Only Slabs, because I love to just buy something just to make Rob smile. It really makes my day, but I don't want him to accidentally see it. Kind of takes away my fun, but I want you to see it. You know how it goes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit those notifications, tell your friends about the channel, and don't forget to, say thank you to all the people that do help support the channel. If you're wondering who they are, they're right here. Until I see you in the next video. Mahalo.